Okay, hello everyone. I hope you're having a good day. So, we've got a couple things on the docket. So, first off, what we want to be doing is, we've got all these torpedo launchers, but, what are we going to put in them? So, we're going to be designing the torpedoes and actually making them function just because, well, the torpedoes I've been working on are a bit subpar. So, we'll be getting those fixed up, and then we'll finish this room. What we're gonna really do is we're just gonna put a roof on it, and then we're gonna expand out the floor so it actually makes a hexagon. And then, so I saw a couple comments about, what we should do with this floor. And so far, it seems that making it another torpedo-like room, like a storage room, is leading right now. So I think that's what we're gonna do with it. Um, yeah, but we're gonna still make it into a regular room anyway, just because we can, and then we'll see where to go from there. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch over to my torpedo testing range. So just prepare yourselves. It's interesting. All right. So we have torpedoes, right? And then we have our target out there. And this is what we're going to have on all of our turrets. So it's the laser identifier kind of thing. It paints targets. And so that's what it looks like. But oh no, Mo, what was it you? I hope not. But and then okay, so we've got these missiles, right? And okay, for some reason sometimes this shuts off. I don't know why, but anyways. So, there are a couple issues with the missiles. Now, this happens whether I launch it from inside a thing or not, but it tends to no, I don't want to do that. It tends to fly. Oh, okay, well, it went forward. That's a step up. Now I just look like a lunatic. It used to fly backwards. Um, uh, can't say that I was tired when that happened either. But yeah, so we're just gonna get right into it and making these work. So, all right. So the original plan for these torpedoes. Okay, so this is my testing torpedo. So we've got our this is just your nose cone. It gives you X and Y and missile distance, designator distance. Basically, where the laser points, and then a 90-degree cone around this of essentially degrees. Then we have two YOLOL chips. One of these is modifying, oop, not that, modifying the X, um, modifying the X thrust on the maneuver thruster. The other one modifies the Y. And then we also changed, I can't show you in here, but we also changed some stuff so that these could technically be fired out of the launcher. And so what is theoretically supposed to happen, right, is you deploy the torpedo and then you turn on the rangefinder. And what will happen, which it happened once but not again, and I don't know why, but the maneuver thrusters would start firing and it would pre-align to the target. And then what would happen is it would turn on the thrust and go. But as you can see, it's no longer actually changing to the target. Yeah, the torpedo target went, or it played the reverse card. And Mo, that sucks. Oh, is there, mm, that's a not fun situation. But so this is essentially what both cards look like. This was taken from the STARBASE Discord in the YOLO channels. So um, this is from Fandler, or yeah, yeah, that's his name. And so he's been doing this stuff. So this is essentially PID tuning and then the math to essentially change the maneuver thruster info. And then so this what it does is so the wait a second. Okay, let's try this. So I've been trying to find, you know, what the issue was, because originally this did, like, it would turn on and then the torpedo would align. But we're gonna find out if it was that. But yeah, this doesn't even have a warhead on it. This has just been my testing torpedo. So one thing I want to try. So the identifier on there is 10, and the identifier on here is 10. So no alignment whatsoever. So it's active. If we plug it to 0, then technically it turns off. Man, I'm clicking all the wrong buttons today. So returns active. See, okay, that was weird. Did you see that? The torpedo was turned a little bit and it just went forwards. So hold on. We're gonna try this again. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn the torpedo ourselves 90 degrees and then let it loose, because I don't know, man. Like, don't you hate it when something works and then you change just even something little and it all goes wrong? See, something tells me that's not supposed to happen. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, I don't think a torpedo is supposed to snap like that. I'm not sure there's a good way. We could, if there's a good way to fix this, you know? See, and just to prove a point, I'm gonna put it in here, because I am not launching in a tube. Like, you could just launch it like that. But like, say we launch it up here. See, because the torpedo does turn. I just don't know why the maneuver thruster isn't firing. Yeah, see, what was that? It just reorients immediately. I could have. Okay, we're gonna try this, all right? So I have these on. I have all that on 3 different sets of chips, right? So first off, we're gonna copy this out of here. All right. And so I have it on all 3 levels of YOLOL chips. And we're gonna see if swapping out the YOLOL works. We're just gonna... Okay, so that didn't fire. It's on. Oh. You know, I think I should introduce a button here. A button that just makes this stay on versus randomly shutting off. Okay, so it does that again. I don't know why it's just like snapping like that. Part of me is saying it's snapping like that because of the maneuver thruster just being like, okay, we're gonna align to the angle, like, you know how this is shooting straight forward, it's gonna be parallel to that. But that's wrong. That's not what's supposed to happen, because I've had this align properly in the past. So we're gonna swap these out for the 3rd and final set. I'm actually gonna check these first because I don't know. Okay, so these are without my activation stuff that probably fucks things up. Oh, whoops. Okay, yeah, don't want to do that. And yeah, Cookie, that's a bruh moment. Cause what in the I don't know. All right. Hit that. All right. And it's not on or anything, so now it doesn't align, right? And it's not active. So we can make it active. Hold on a minute. Okay. Well, that's progress. Okay, so we'll use those chips for now. We may copy them later, but let's start modifying because, so if you guys look back to the Morrigan, remember our torpedo tubes are out the side of the ship, not, facing forwards anymore. So essentially, we need to make them, we essentially need to pop this out of the tube, right? And then have it do a 90-degree turn to face forwards. Oh, and the comedic relief has awoken. All right, he'll be joining in a minute. So your relief, our comedic relief is on the way. Good news. But okay, so essentially what I think we need to do. So here, let's try this, okay? So right now, we're launching this in space. We're not putting this in a torpedo tube. So what the torpedo tube will do is it will set the target speed to 50 when this fires. So what we could do... Oh, hey, Holecrafter. It's been a while. How are you doing? The torpedo does not... Oh, well, we saw it was trying to adjust. And so does the torpedo explode? So the one that I'm firing does not explode, but these ones do. So if you were to hit these, I don't have my sniper anymore, but if you were to hit these 3 modules, which are both the explosives, it would explode. So yeah, any explosive part of the torpedo, aka just those 3 parts, will explode when fired, or when shot. So, and yeah, it's a yeet cannon. When you see how fast they are, it makes... Yeah, so it is so fast. Like, that's one of the issues I've been running into when testing these, because I'd actually have to back up and move away to properly test these. And from what I've been testing, you can't actually set, so like the target thrust can be whatever, but as long as it's above 0, it goes at full thrust. So we can't do any variable thrust, slow it down at all. So we're oh geez, sorry. But we're kind of screwed in that sense. So what I think we're gonna do, okay? Here, let's do this. All right, we're gonna put target thrust in here. Actually, I don't think we have enough. Here, we'll just rename this to TT. And that's fair, Holecrafter. So TT equals 0, and that's just gonna be on repeat. All right. So hopefully when this launches, what will happen is it will cut out the thruster. Yeah, so this is gonna be an interesting science experiment. But torpedoes are fun, yay! Haha. Okay, so interesting. All right. So, okay. Yeah, I've seen a lot of huge ships being designed and all that, but yeah, I agree. It's best to wait. I mean, I probably should have, well, in hindsight, we may have to refit the Morrigan with new generators, the big generators, but we're gonna see how it all turns out. Mainly just because I want to see, are we properly gonna have um, like the space or anything? Here, we're just gonna fire this. Okay, so that one launched just fine. So what we're gonna, okay, so that one launched just fine, unlike the other one, but the other one, the laser was still on. So something tells me it has to do with the laser. Maybe. We're gonna find out. Science, yay. I figured I might do some of this off camera, but I did a lot of the, I suppose, heavy lifting off camera for this, so now we're just gonna do the bug fixing, because what the heck. Alright, so we hit the button. Alright. Hopefully within the next 1 or 2 days. So right now it doesn't have acquisition. So if we put this on, so okay, but what if I do this? Look at it. Something tells me I should move where the maneuvering thruster is to give it more torque. Because it seems to be just not even needing a thruster to hit the point. I mean, it's slow, but I guess it works. Interesting. Okay. And yeah, the sacrifice, that'll be later today, hopefully. So, yeah, see, we don't need a puppy torpedo. We need the, like, big dog. Alright. We're just gonna swap. Hopefully that'll put it a little bit closer to the... it's just someone who I know who's willing to do it. So, all right. So that should, I don't think he even can, to be fair. All right. So actually, so I just want to try this again. Okay. Shoots on. And then what we could theoretically do is enable this. It targets. And then it won't fire, right? Yeah. So it's not firing. So what we need to do is essentially take the target thrust and just eat that. So let's find out what happens if we eat that. Hello, welcome to the stream. We're just working on some torpedoes right now. Why did I go back into the test universe? Did not need to do that.
No, I also think we should sacrifice Crusader.
Okay, sorry, I forgot to turn your voice down. But yeah, sorry. I mean, all right. You should be fine.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I was asleep. I woke up.
Yep.
I saw your ping.
And I was like, what the heck?
Yeah.
So Cahoots right now. So we're kind of splitting off right now from our Morrigan class patrol destroyer that we've been working on, and we're designing the torpedoes that will go inside of it.
Yeah, chat. Could you give me a quick realistic recap? You know how Sim likes to spin it in a good way, right?
Oh boy.
Also, yeah. Other Max, yes. We are going to just toss you guys a zip file. You're gonna be able to install it, and that'll be that.
And
It'll work like CurseForge import. Sim might make a video on how to do it
yeah,
if he's not lazy. There's probably a video out there to be honest on how to do it.
but Cookie, we honestly, okay, why? Oh, I know why. Hold on. Stop it. Laser, please. I was gonna say there are surprisingly few explosions because, well, you know, to have explosions, we need to hit the thing, and hitting the thing is a little rare. So what do we? Well, okay.
That
Progress.
thing is ridiculously
And thanks for the
fast.
follow, Coots. Ridiculously what?
Fast.
Yep, and there's nothing we can do about it.
Saturation fire quickly?
Yeah.
Question mark.
See, like, oh, it determines how fast the torpedo can fly. No, nope, it doesn't. I've tried this with like 100 thrust or 1 thrust. The speed is the same. So,
Isn't it TT, not current thrust?
well, we want to see TT is target thrust.
Yeah, set TT to 1. Current thrust
Yeah,
is probably one of those active values, and TT is
I
probably
know
one of
that,
those limiter values.
that is. Yeah, I've been changing
See, I'm a
TT this
genius.
whole time.
I'm a genius.
You're literally late to the party in two
shut up.
ways.
Shut up.
What?
You know
What?
Maybe I should just join Cody. He's streaming something. Is Cody
But
even in here, actually? No,
I don't know.
There.
Okay, so if we leave this on for once, like, will it shut off just mid? See, because if we do this, so it targets, it goes, right?
Yes.
It almost clips, well, it does actually clip through the plate. So that's kind of the first thing that's not fun. I think we're gonna have to get the explosive stuff on there to change that. But so, what do we need? We need the laser to stay on. Alright, so let's get a button in there. And then let's see if we can wire it up from, so that it'll work properly out of a torpedo tube and not just from me launching willy-nilly and, you know, as I usually do.
Wait, what day is it today?
It's the
Thursday.
13th.
Yeah. I love your About Me page. I am an American.
Yep.
Really just enjoys any kind of simulation or sandbox game that is thrown at me.
Alright. I forgot to name it, but whatever.
Hey guys, I think you should make him add another rule to the rules box. In a non extreme way.
Oh no. Alright, okay, just stay there.
The VIP rank, I don't think that does anything.
Yeah, we're gonna need to, in the coming weeks while I'm home, we're gonna be changing up a couple of things.
I've been pestering Sim with some things he should be doing, so really good.
See, okay, you saw that. It curves a little, right?
It's just too fast.
Yeah, it's literally just so fast that it can't turn in time because, you know, we're operating at a distance of what, about 50 meters at most, whereas the range of this is 5 kilometers. Like,
Yeah.
it, we're working with like tiny distances here, whereas we're supposed to be working with longer. But, so it's turning properly, it's following the laser, it's
But
doing,
you need to have a script that like makes it turn first and
yeah.
then.
So,
Okay, show me your script right now. Show me your current script.
alright. And this is copied into the other one.
Okay, so
Except for this was from the from Fandler.
okay,
You
well,
but
delete that, whatever that is.
what?
What is that supposed to do?
It's tuning. You don't know what any of this does. You can't say delete it. Yeah, I know
What
more
does it
about this
do?
than you. So it's just a PID thing. This tunes it. This is the change in time, and then this is all the math that gets the
Oh,
thing
right.
to aim properly.
Delay in stream. Actually, the delay is pretty low this time. Nice.
It,
Um,
actually,
hmm.
the delay is like 5 seconds at most. And
Okay, let's see.
self-made code. I could not think this up in like a million years. So,
I could so just tell me what you needed to do, and then I'll make it happen.
all right.
What's
So
the
what I think we
PID
need to
though?
do, right?
Pelvic inflammatory disease script?
What?
Oh, proportional integral derivative
Oh
control.
my God, Max, is it? Well, okay, you just woke up. I
I'm
can't.
just joking. I'm just joking.
Okay, so if we put that
Um,
there,
let's see.
so all right. So what happens is these scripts are running constantly, right?
Right.
So
So I can.
what
Okay. I
happens
think I
is
see
once it
what you're
launches,
doing.
stuff changes, but it's not here. So the launcher will change it so that it, fires forwards. But hmm, so what we need to change, okay, is in the looping line. What we need to do,
What are these variables?
um,
What is like big Y?
big Y is the offset from it's from the nose.
Target?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
so
the off.
offset from nose to
Yeah,
target.
so
Okay.
X and Y are offset from
Okay.
targets,
What's
and
I?
XT and YT are the essentially proportional. What's I?
Um.
Like KI or
No, no.
this?
Like small or big I. I mean.
Big I? I don't know. That's just used to calculate stuff.
Okay.
Just trust it, okay? We're not gonna be messing with this code. All we want to do is we want to add it so that it launches. So we need a thing to detect the launch, and then once
Yeah, I can
launch is
improve the
detected,
code.
it sets the thrust to 0, and then turns. So probably leave it for. So like we set the um, we'd set the maneuver thruster to turn for like just a little bit, and then we would turn on the thruster again, and then it would continue to go into the loop of whatchamacallit, the loop of tracking.
Well, could you start out with just removing the PIDY thing at the top so that it activates 0.2 seconds faster?
What was that, Max?
Could you start with removing the comment at the top and just adding the lines moving them all one higher so that it activates
Well,
0.2 seconds
see,
faster?
it doesn't matter that it activates 0.02 seconds faster, because the only
Does this
like
launch the moment that the
no, no,
missile launches?
this is
Okay,
always
just
going.
running.
This is
Okay,
always going.
fair. That's what I need to know. All right.
SMH, my head.
Hey, okay. I think
I know more
I
about this
understand
than you do,
script now.
Max. Checkmate.
Why do you have two of them running at the same time?
This is X, the other one's Y, so it gives us a
Oh,
faster
right.
response.
Ah, okay.
Okay,
No,
so
I think I understand the script now.
yeah.
Hopefully. Okay,
So if we just even move that back. So what I'm thinking, all right? So we need to have a loop, or so, okay. here's what I'm thinking. All right, we have code that goes here. I'm not gonna say code that goes here. What we have is, so a launch is detected. So right here detects launch. So essentially, if launch does not happen, so
What's the fire button thing?
it's just like shoot the torpedo tube. But
Okay,
so
what's the variable name?
I don't know, but I'm gonna find it later. I just want to like visually or write this out
You
first.
want to detect if a launch
So
happens and
detect
then...
launch. So if launch is 0, um, then like loop this. But if it's not 0, then just, I don't know, let it happen. So like if launch is 0, then short circuit, either that or just do an if then. And
Wow.
um, so then launch is
What do you
detected.
want to happen? What do you
All
want to
right,
happen
so
specifically?
when launch is detected, it shuts off the engine 0.2 seconds
Okay.
later. Then what it does is it kicks on the maneuver thruster to turn it facing to the front of the ship. And then it will turn on the main thruster again. And then it'll go, and then the final step will just be, it'll just keep looping here.
Okay, well that's easy enough. Check the variable name of the like the launch thing, please.
Launch torpedo.
Okay, could you rename that to LT? Or is that T? Whatever you want.
That, what?
Nothing, I was joking about your typo. Okay, simply. Sometimes
I
I wonder if you were one sleeping. Okay,
sometimes I wonder
expect.
if
Okay, so if
okay.
LT double point LT.
We're not doing JavaScript here.
No,
Can't have triple equals.
no, double point LT.
Double.
You know, column LT. We want to get the, you know, the like the field value.
Yeah, that's a colon.
Okay, if LT, then
If LT equals 0 or 1, because I'm thinking.
no, we're doing if LT. We're saving space here. So
All
if
right,
LT, then go to 4.
all right. And is it just saying if true, essentially?
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much.
So
If LT go to 4, else go to 3, and
do we need to put an end statement?
yeah, I think so.
I don't think. Whatever. We have space. But okay. So if it's true, go to 4. So what will happen? Then we set TT equal to 0. So TT equals 0. And then what's next? So thrust turns off, right?
Hold up. What we're gonna be doing here is put on line 2
Okay.
LD launch delay, then set that to like, how long do we want to delay this?
As little as possible, because you saw how
So
fast it is.
0.2 seconds.
Yeah.
Like how long before the main thruster kicks on, basically?
We like after launch.
So how long should loop 4 run?
So okay, here's what happens. So the launch, it happens, right? It needs to have the thruster on. So essentially what's happening is, so once thruster's on, it takes the 0.2 seconds of a line and then it turns the thruster off.
Yeah, I can also just put that on one line if we want to. So
Like, are you talking like just
I can decrement LD, and then if LD equals 0, right, then we can skip to line 5. If you needed to wait like a couple seconds on line 4.
Yeah, we do. We want it to wait like just a little bit, just enough so that we can get it to start turning forwards. But yeah.
Okay, well then LD equals 0.4. Let's say
Alright.
that. Alright, then on line 4.
Do we want to have the TT equals 0 here? Because
No,
would
yeah,
that...
have it there. That's fine.
Yeah.
And then LD equals LD minus 0.2.
Could you say that again?
So LD equals LD minus 0.2.
Here, one thing. I'm gonna turn this down a little.
And then can you put in like a conditional statement after that without breaking anything? Yeah, you can probably. Okay.
Yeah.
If LD.
You want me to move everything down a line, or...
Nope. Keep it on the
Okay,
same line.
so if LD...
If LD equals 0. Actually, smaller than equals 0, maybe to be super safe.
Does the...
Smaller than, like, so. Is it like that?
I
Isn't
forget
it?
which way around it
I
is.
think it's smaller than equals.
Okay. So if it's less than or equal to 0...
Yeah, just in case someone borks up the script when they change delays. Okay, then go to 5.
Alright. And...
else go to 4.
Actually, we want to have it... Okay, wait, yeah. So what we want to do... Okay. Next.
Okay.
So we've got xt and xy. So we're going to have to change this. We're going to have a specific way of loading in the torpedo, so that it'll flip the proper way when it leaves the tube.
Yeah.
But, so I'm assuming when we
if
look at
people
the
flip it
torpedo
up
like
upside
this...
down? What if people flip it upside down by accident?
well, then it goes the wrong way.
Boom. Okay,
Yeah,
who's gonna be doing the torpedoes?
Crusader.
Well, Crusader, you just flip it upside down and ruin Sim's day.
Well, we got a lot of torpedoes, so here.
Oh no, I meant like, what if it hits the ship by
Oh,
accident?
even so, if it's going 110 meters a second, and we're just doing 0.2 seconds, it's still 22 meters away from the ship, which is outside the distance.
Okay, fair.
Okay, so I'm assuming Y is up and down here, like at this angle, like.
Probably. Yeah.
So what we want to do is
Oh,
we'll just...
XT and YT is what the thrusters actually need to like, what they like move.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
So xt equals... Let's just do 0.5. Let's try that. Okay, let's see if we did something right. I'm actually going to load this. I wish we could have all these things preloaded. That would be really handy.
Isn't that? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I know I'm not allowed to do things right. Bro. Whatever. Alright, so it's on. What? Oh. Well, I mean... Interesting. Okay. Well.
You know that the other script was running, right?
So
You
I
should
think,
change
yeah, what we
both
need to do is we need to make it be the same for both. Okay. So we want to put this on line 5. And then, nope. This goes on line 3. Then, come on. We'll copy this. And then we need to add in LD equals 0.4. Okay. I forgot we renamed a bunch of things, and that kind of screwed everything up. Yeah, it is the only emoji. As you can see, there's a lot of progress to be had. I really did not expect any of this to like happen, so
New emoji coming soon.
yeah. Okay, so it still just goes forward. All right, very fast. Very not cool, Kanye. Okay, so first off, what doesn't happen is the torpedo shutting off. So I think that's one thing we need to figure out. Does it shut off?
Okay, an easy way to do that is do the following. Give me a display.
Like
A
where?
display attached to the torpedo launcher, and we're gonna give that like something like, I don't know,
Okay,
and then the torpedo is going to edit that display. So we're gonna see if the torpedo actually, runs its code and shit. Debugging.
yay. Oh, and it won't snap because happy fun times. Ha 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 ha. Where's the panel base? Here we go.
Tim is an expert engineer, guys. Trust
It's
me.
true. It's what I'm going to school for, so you can trust me.
You get to say that. It's actually quite fun.
It is.
Isn't there like, why isn't there some kind of thing like trust me, I'm a scientist?
Trust me, I'm an engineer, but I've only had one semester or 1 year. Okay, so what do we want to put on here? What's your?
I don't know, just rename it to test. Or actually, name it to all of the. No, just rename it to test.
Okay.
Test. Yep, and then go to the script that I wrote and just add something like test equals 1. In somewhat like one of the lines that like we expect it to go through.
It
Not
should.
after the go to.
Oh yeah. Fair. It should run there. Theoretically.
Theoretically, yeah.
Where explosions? Explosions are with my hopes and dreams, not here. We are of course kidding. But, well, to get explosions, we need to hit stuff first, so... Well, first off, okay, so test equals 0. Okay, so it's not executing.
Or it's like not, or it's like not connected anymore when it launches.
Yeah.
That's also an option.
So, okay, there's a way we can get around that, but I don't like it. So,
What?
okay. So we have a YOLOL chip or something else on here, right? And that YOLOL chip, it takes the input from like a launch button, and launch button goes to the YOLOL chip, the chip, it sets the value in here. So like it sets LT to 1, and uh, of course it would be named different than what actually launches the torpedo. But so it sets LT to 1 in here, and then it starts the countdown clock inside the torpedo. And so it will launch, and then the clock expires, and then we're good. And it still counts for, but it still like would be connected when the chip would execute. The one thing I do want to check though, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So it is connected in here. All right, all right. Time to execute harebrained scheme number 1. Actually, we're probably past 1, but psh, you know. Okay, so you'll all devices. You'll all. We're just gonna use a basic chip because we're basic. And we're gonna get ready for. Oh, sorry, I had to grab the mute button before I absolutely destroyed all your ears with my sneeze. Oof.
Oh no, not the ears.
Yeah, I'd prefer you guys be able to hear.
Ugh. I
Aw,
wonder what I should have for dinner.
didn't you just wake up?
Yes, and I may have slept through the day.
Fair,
So,
fair. Okay,
huh?
okay,
Are you
okay.
judging me?
I'm not judging.
Do you want to fight? Huh?
I
I want to
uh
fire a torpedo at you.
uh
It's not like yours works.
it's not gonna hit, but all right.
Hmm.
So if LT, okay, so if launch, we're just gonna call it launch. If launch equal, so basically if launch true, then okay. So if it's true, then go to 2. If it's 0, then go to 1. So if launch is true, then what we're going to do is we're going to set LT equal to 1.
Oh, dude, have you heard about
And then
Hoko life?
what?
Have you heard about Hoko life?
I what?
Hoko life.
No clue. I don't know if this is like a
No, it's not a
Candace.
joke. It's not a joke. No.
Uh,
It's literally a game
no.
that's coming out. It's basically Animal Crossing but on PC.
Hmm.
It seems like. Looks pretty interesting.
Interesting. Yeah. And my sneezes are loud. They also really hurt. Probably not a great thing, but all right, let's see if this is running. You already know it is. But why is it?
Why are you putting launch to go to 2? Shouldn't you put launch 2 to 1?
Just ignore my variable names. But so if so this is launch, okay? So
I
current
mean, shouldn't you equal launch to 1? Like, you're not assigning it anything. I'm pretty sure it's just erroring because you're doing
if
nothing
this
on that part. Line 3, launch 2 equals 1.
but it's still failing at the if statement. Ah, there we go. But see, okay.
Yeah, because you're a doofus. Shaking my head.
But here's the thing, launch is 0 right now. Did I spell it wrong? I wouldn't be surprised. No, it's just not working. Okay. What if we have it equals 0?
You gotta add an end at the end.
Like that? Okay, that's fucky. Alright, okay. So,
I know I'm a genius. You
dude,
don't have to say it.
I wasn't planning on it, don't worry. With your what? Yours, oh yeah. You, I don't know, guys. It's up for up for debate which could be worse. Alright, so if we press the launch button. Knock.
Nice.
Interesting. Interesting, okay.
Hey, I think I saw it stop for like a half second there.
Yeah, so well it wouldn't have stopped for a half second max. It would have stopped for like point 0.2, which
I'm
considering
joking,
the
I'm
speed it's
joking.
going. Wait, you joked about it stopping at all?
Yeah, I didn't see
Ah,
anything stop.
Cookie, I hate. Okay, I love coding, but I hate coding. Like
I
literally
love coding.
catch me
I'm good at it.
outside.
Alright, Tim, we're gonna edit the script. Change the delay time to like 2 seconds. Just so we can see if that works at all.
Okay, okay.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna see if I can grab something for dinner. How long are you gonna be streaming for?
Uh, hold on, I need to check with my friend because he wanted to play some games after this and we haven't played in a while.
LD there to 2 as well. Don't forget. Also, do you have the server thing set up?
No, I'm working that out when my friend gets back from work.
Alright, fair enough.
Okay.
Do you think that'll be like finished up today or
Hopefully. But okay, so,
when is when today? Because it's late for me.
when is, well, I don't know when he gets off, so we're just waiting.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, I'm gonna grab dinner then. But
Alright,
after I see you,
see you soon.
hopefully succeed
Hopefully,
here.
yeah. I kind of want to get this done. Even if this is all I accomplish today, it, it has to work. Okay, so that's proper now. Alright. Okay, so it didn't turn off at all. But I don't
Nope.
think this is editing it because... Oh, what's launch on here? Launch 2, okay, okay. Test also equaled 0. Ah, okay. Time to have my
Right.
brain melt. Hmm. Okay, okay. Yeah, I know. He's getting soft, I'm telling you.
Well, I was just sensing a strong sim was already depressed due to his building. So
Yeah.
also I'm tired. I just woke up, guys. Cut me some slack.
No break for you. Okay, so if if launch if LT is 1, then does this actually work? Like, is this just a general programming thing, or is this specific to YOLOL?
It's a general programming thing that also works in YOLO, as far as I can tell.
Are you sure?
I am.
Have you tested it yourself?
Yes, I think I've tested it myself.
All right, so we're not gonna trust that. Um,
Wow, imagine.
okay, so if it equals 1, then thrust is 0, then set thrust to 0, and go to 4.
They should just replace YOLO with Python or something. That way I can program better.
But that defeats the purpose.
Oh, shut up.
They should just replace it with Lua.
I could make a Discord bot run inside of like Starbase. Imagine the possibilities.
Okay, so it didn't turn off, but the script did run. Okay,
Are you sure?
yes, I was looking at it. Were you looking at it?
No, I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah,
Do I
that's what
ever
I
pay
thought.
attention to you? No.
Not really. Oh, look, the sun.
The sun, the sun, the sun, the sun, the sun.
We're just gonna.
Only cool people know that reference. Literally, it's such a niche game.
Interesting.
Oh, shut up. You should play it sometime. Sunless Sea.
Oh, so I think I know what. Oh, jeez.
You think you know what the issue
I
is?
need to
What's the
hydrate
issue?
real quick.
We will know what the issue is after the break. Someone cue elevator music.
All right, now that my theme song has played, I'm back. So
Yeah, for anyone watching YouTube, we just cut out the theme song because it, copyright reasons. You've missed it. You should watch the stream if you want to hear the cool music.
yeah, it's very Batman-esque.
Mm-hmm.
And Max in chat, there will probably be, but
There will be an opening stream because I'm gonna force him to do one.
yeah, okay, fine. There's gonna be an opening stream. I'm just like, because it's either gonna be open tomorrow or Saturday, or we're screwed and we're gonna have to wait till like mid next week.
Okay, it's gonna open tomorrow. Actually, it's gonna open later today. It's gonna open tomorrow, maybe. I don't know. I'm making promises on your behalf. It's fine.
Don't trust him. He's a liar. Anyways, so, all right.
What's the issue?
So LD equals LD. So I think what's happening is this just isn't running for long enough for it to see that LT is 1. So what I'm doing is I essentially just made a delay, because yay! Alright, if it works, it'll be cool. If it doesn't, then I'm screwed and, a little bit brain dead. Interesting. Guys, that was a different result. You can still see it. I don't know if you can see it on stream, but you can see the, it was like to the top left of my cursor, you could see the fella still zooming around. Yeah, in circles. Oh man.
This is how a simulator defines his successes, by how poorly the missiles fly.
Okay, well it didn't completely go wild.
It went completely wild.
Okay, well, okay, so we're gonna shoot it and we're gonna.
It went even more wild than the previous time.
Did it just take like a wild left turn? I don't even know.
I think it did, yeah. So, what did you change at all?
So I changed down here in this YOLOL chip. I changed it so that it would take a while for it to launch, so that it would be sure that the code had synced up and had run, and LT was actually analyzed.
Okay, so, hot take. Why don't we change up the script I wrote to launch for like 0.2 seconds, then shut off the engine, right?
So.
And, so...
Okay.
No, at 3?
At 3?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
PT equals 0.05.
Yeah, I really hope these are accurate. Well, I mean, we're going to be shooting them over distances that are not, as small as we are right now. Instead of shooting them over like 50 meters, we're probably going to be doing a kilometer plus. So,
Okay, you can remove test equals 1 by the way on both lines.
alright.
Alright, and don't forget to do it on the other one as well.
Don't you worry.
Don't
I may be
you
dumb,
forget
but
to
I'm not that
remove.
dumb. Remember, this won't change the speed at all. You know that, right?
But shouldn't it change it to like... What? Oh, doesn't it change it at all?
No, not at all. Look. You didn't know that? Even though it says that changing the target thrust value, even if you change it, if it's
So that's just a
0.05 or
bug.
if it's 100, it's the same speed. Yeah.
So yeah, that's just a bug then.
Is torpedoes something?
YOLO? Not YOLO.
No,
Ships?
it's not.
I'd say
I don't.
ships.
I don't know. Yeah, ships. We feel unhappy about this.
Trucy?
Yeah, so it's in the Expanse, this is a patrol destroyer, right? But this, in our practice, is going to be a support sniper ship. This is going to hang back out of areas, either that or when it goes through, it'll be still able to handle itself. But
Right, could you...
so see, here's the thing: if we set TT equal to 0, it still does nothing. Which we could. All right, I'm gonna try something. So
why don't we set it to like 1 and then set it to 0 immediately afterwards?
well, here's what I'm thinking. We have IA, so is active. Um, this ship currently carries 12 torpedoes, but the planned final complement will be larger than that because I think we're gonna have a torpedo storage room on board. So between 12 and 24 torpedoes. Okay, so the
What are
reason
you
I'm
doing?
naming that IA is because I just renamed the thruster back there IA, so is active. So essentially, you know, we have is the thruster active, and then the target thrust we want it to be at. If we just turn off the entirety of the thruster, it should stop thrusting.
Nice.
Okay, hold up. All right, all right. I think that did what we wanted it to do.
Did it though?
Yes, because like I pressed the button and it didn't move for a longer time than usual, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if it equals 0 here, so if we move this down a line, it'll take an extra 0.2 seconds to activate, right? I'm gonna take his silence as a yes.
Mm-hmm.
So if we set it to 0 down there, we'll see if it'll fire for 0.2 seconds. And yeah, it's from the Expanse. So if you want to look it up, this is called a Morrigan class patrol destroyer. That's what we're building, but the torpedoes are not. Well,
Okay, so here's what I think you should be doing.
okay,
Right?
okay,
Okay.
yeah,
You should set thrust to 1, like TT equals 1 on the original line, like where
okay,
it was 0. And
yeah,
then you should set TT equals 0 on the line below that, where you now set IA to 0. So, Then
So,
TT equals 1, or, you know, column TT equals 1. TT equals 1.
and then TT equals 0.
Yeah.
I think my biggest stream was like mid-20s. Yeah, it's nice to see there are a lot of people here, and I like to see it, but yeah, not my biggest. Honestly, did not expect this from me just trying to get a torpedo to work. Dude, the Morrigan class is so cool. Did you get a good ship working there? Right. Don't think it shut off. And no, that's not a dumb question. So it does not affect the final damage because so final damage is, it's going to be an explosion. This torpedo right now doesn't have an explosive on it, but the on the other torpedoes back here, there's a detonator and explosives. So like there's the detonator, or yeah, it's right here, and then these are the explosives. So speed doesn't really matter. Now, it just really affects your maneuverability, and we really want that maneuverability at the beginning. Hmm.
Hey Sim,
Hey
could
Max.
you put the YOLO rack against the thruster, please, instead of at the front there?
Sure. Do you think that's gonna change anything?
Maybe.
It could. Um, kinetic would work. So, actually, would it kinetic torps, or would it bounce? So, okay, here's the thing, because like you hit an asteroid, right? And it has so much mass that, and it can move. It has so much mass that it'll hurt you. I think that kinetic would work. No. Okay, interesting. And all right, see you, Resumu.
See you, Rasmu. Alright, now set it to like 0.01. Like, try doing the thing now.
Uh, okay. So like, are you talking about thrust? Like,
Yeah, our original plan was setting the thrust to 0.01 and then,
you know what? We'll just fire it this way. And it's still going. Okay, well, hmm. Huh.
is the max of like the thrusting 100 or 1?
I looked at the wiki and apparently it was like 100,000 or whatever.
Okay, well, why don't you try setting it to 100 then? Amuse me real quick.
Um, I hope you understand that there's going to be absolutely no change. I will amuse you, because you know, got to return the favor to the court jester every once in a while. But yeah, dude, aliens are they're just gonna be chilling, and they're gonna see this thing fly by and they're gonna be like, what the? And there's
War.
no, because it doesn't
This
even
means war.
explode.
No, we're firing projectiles at their backyard.
And it still goes off into space.
That seemed like a slower start to me.
I don't. What? Oh, are you saying that like the higher it is, the slower it is? Hold on, hold on.
No, I was saying that if the end thing kicks in. I know.
because it would shut off the thruster. We would see that it shut off the thruster.
The nicknames are cool, Max.
Yeah, okay, it does literally nothing. Delightful.
Never mind then. I blame Sim.
Yeah, that's understandable. Okay. Is it gonna have enough delta V? So, short answer, no. Um, well, at least we don't know because it literally just leaves the range too fast for us to think. So, it's really just,
For you to think, shaking
yeah.
my head. You don't speak for every one of us, Sim.
Okay, well, could it be
Ooh,
that,
should I get a
like,
mod for Rimworld that adds snakes with top hats?
yes? Is that even a question? But is might it be short circuiting? Bruh, I
Yeah,
cannot
you're
speak.
definitely short circuiting.
But like, is this short circuiting
Is what short
the
circuiting?
code? Because like, could it be that it only executes one thing after the if
Well,
or
where
after
is
the
it
then?
setting the thrust to, like? No, is it like it's not setting the thrust anywhere else, is it?
No,
Like
just
this shouldn't
there and
even
there.
work actually. Now that I'm looking at it,
What do you mean?
we're setting TT to like we're keeping TT at 0.
So,
When
well,
is it getting set to something
it's getting
else?
set to 50, and that's when the launcher launches it. Here, I'll show you.
Um,
Now, if you had some quick eyes, you'd see it was set to 50. But 50 is a little bit big. Max, do you have anything to say?
oh, are we listening to me now?
No, I was just saying, did you see it? It gets set to 50. Does that change anything? Your
No, I
brain
wasn't
was
watching for a second. No,
okay.
sorry.
Well, it got set to when you launch it. The launcher sets the target thrust to 50. Is that a setting in there? No. So it gets set to 50. So
Okay, Sim, hot take here. Could
okay,
you go to the like? Could you just go into test mode?
okay,
All right, edit the thruster. Or maybe point it away first. By the way,
all right. Just hit is
set
active.
TT to 1.
It won't launch. You have to have the is active equal 1.
Well, set TT to 1 first, and then set is active to 1.
Yeah.
Huh.
As I told you, the number doesn't matter. If it's above 0, it's maximum speed.
Well, then I don't think we really should. You know, we can't really do anything here. Actually, remove the chips from it first in test mode, just in case.
Okay. Can I do? Yeah, it just launches like a normal torpedo.
Current thrust is 1 though, so what the fuck?
I guess it's
Well,
just a bug.
yeah, it's just a bug, so I would give up for now, to be honest. Like, seriously.
Oof.
I don't think you can do anything here.
So
Unless, of course, you want to keep banging your head against the wall trying to
yeah.
work around the bug and then have it be broken
So
when the bug is
Sten,
fixed.
right now what we're trying to do is we're trying to modify this without the laser. So what we're trying to do, all right? So this torpedo is going to be launched out of a tube on the side of a spacecraft. And so what we're trying to get it to do is it turns its thruster on for 0.2 seconds. It turns it off. Then it uses the maneuvering thruster to swing around so that it's looking towards the front of the ship. And then after that, it'll pre-align a little bit with that maneuvering thruster towards the target, and then it'll turn its main thruster back on and continue on to its target. But we're not even getting it to turn its thruster off for like, you know, how I said at the beginning of that, we're only supposed to have the thruster on for 0.2 seconds and then turn it off and then do the maneuver. Because I don't even know, like,
In short, there's bugs.
yeah, if we can turn the thruster off. So here, we're gonna try something. We're gonna mess around a little bit, see if thingamabob works. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go here, colon IA equals 0. Alright, and that's only set in 1, but that's fine.
What are you doing?
I'm doing cool stuff, you wouldn't understand.
No, I understand cool stuff when I see it, and this isn't it.
Ah, well that failed. I'm not sure it can change the values currently.
Yeah, I feel like shit's just broken.
Yeah. Well, we'll save it, come back to it. Hopefully they fix it by the next bug patch. Well, we can work on the that room. All right.
That room?
Yeah, the room we were working on. And so for everyone who's wondering what the torpedo launchers are here on here are going to look like, it's these. So the ship faces forward, right? And these will be plopped out the side, and then they're supposed to drift to, about where this guy is, and then they'll turn so they're facing forwards, and then they'll reignite their thruster and continue on. And then they'll be tracking following one of the lasers that's fired from one of our turrets. And see, I would like for there to be specialized torpedoes, but there isn't. And if there
You
are
know some,
specialized torpedoes, I'd totally go AP. Yeah?
you know something cool that we could do that I could program for you is that we could initialize like with a button if the torpedoes have to go like forward or backwards, just in case you need to hit a target behind us.
Ooh, that would
Yeah.
be cool. Here, do I
I'm
have
not
any?
gonna do that right now. Fuck no.
Yeah, no,
But
I'm
yeah.
I'm getting a sticky note to write that down.
Oh, okay.
I was
I
like,
want
I
to get
could
dinner.
clip this, but um,
Yeah, no, I want to get dinner.
to
I'm hungry.
button to fire forwards
Heck, I could get
or
you a lever with
back.
4 stances so you can decide if it goes
Okay.
forward, backwards, up, or down.
Okay, that would be cool, but that's a bit good, sir. Okay, so
What?
why can't I?
Where's my...
Okay, that was weird. So we're gonna do
Be
that.
gone. And then... Be
What?
banned. Okay, they're gone.
Ah,
You
thanks.
had a little, Twitch, a big follow...
A fella.
Yeah, like one of those follow bots.
Ah. Oh, I know what's happening. It's being wacky right here.
And before I accidentally banned Max.
Oof.
Water Max. It's not
That.
personal. I mean, it is,
Oof. Ouch.
but...
It's not personal, but it is. Yeah. So
Ooh.
what I'm thinking is we could have like a little thing down here that's a laser targeter, but yeah, then have one on each turret. And I'm happy that the turrets will be in a very good spot so that they can fire backwards if they want to. What was I doing? My brain's processing at like 4 seconds a minute. Okay, let's see. Will this... So it's not going to snap there. Of course. We're going to have to keep doing this. We may have to live with that. Shoot. That little gap in the floor right there. Uh-oh. That's gonna make my brain hate me. We did not want to select that. We wanted to select this. We are definitely gonna need some extra beams back here to support this. So let's see. We take this out, right? We put that in. Then we pull this out. Then we pull this along. Right there. Alright, here we go. Don't you guys just love plating? Oh. Literally the best. I'm just kidding. I literally would rather be doing anything else, but this is the next thing that we need to do. We can just, towards the end of this, we're going to have plating streams, and it's just going to be me going a little insane. This is a 96, so we probably want a 96 by 96. Let's try this. It's even better than degrees Celsius. Whoa, I hardly
Oops,
even know
I
you
was gone there for
anymore.
a second. What did I miss?
What?
Nothing. I was gone. Now I'm back.
Well, you see. Max in chat said that plating is even better than degrees Celsius. Can you believe that? There's very few things greater than... Oh yeah,
Maybe
you know...
should commit self-destruct.
A mirror mode? Oh boy, I wish. I wish. A mirror mode would, you know, it'd make me feel again. Jeez. Actually, we probably want just a standard... Yeah, here we go. Yeah. See, because we're not going to see that part, so just take it out of your mind. Did we destroyed this? Okay. Alright, okay. So then we want a 24 that looks like by a 72. Is that actually the... That is... Man, I'm so happy that I can like actually eye things now. That's 48. It's really a game changer once you start properly doing things. Like properly being able to build a ship in Starbase that you can just size all the plates by eye. Alright, that looks like... That's a chonky boy. Let's try... 96 by 96 is too big. But it is a 96, so let's try 96 by 72. Okay, cool. Cool. You like to see it. Alrighty. And then what we'll do is we'll just pull up a... That's a 36 right there, so we'll do a 36 by 144.
So
That's
Max, they
actually
can't
40.
add procedural plates because that just doesn't really work with the damage system, I'm afraid.
Oh, that's a shame. And don't worry, Noodle, I'll bolt for you. Hold on a second. Let me just finish putting these in on either side, and then we'll bolt them all in, and it'll be glorious. All right.
So chat Max, how many
Ah,
channel points do you have right now?
there's a bonk. Ah, there's another bonk. Y'all are redeeming them right now, of course. All right, here's the bolting you requested. I think it's gonna blow up, unless it doesn't. I know a lot, yeah, almost all of that's not gonna be connected, but that's to be expected, to be fair. So just ignore me being able to pick up like large sections of the room, but that's actually looking pretty good. And we won't even really realize there's stuff through there once the ship is actually plated on the outside. Because like now it looks interesting, like there's lots of stuff you can see through there. But once we get the proper plating on the exterior of the ship, it's literally just gonna be, you know,
Yeah, it'll look better. Also, you
yeah.
should probably add floor plating.
You mean ceiling plating?
Shut up.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna add that in. It's just gonna, I think it's gonna be the floor just put up there, but again with the modification for the hole. Yeah, you kind of like it starts to come with a job description once you start doing stuff like this. Like, and it's so weird. Like building the ship like an expanse ship in Starbase is so weird because like you're looking out the side and you're like, "Oh, I'm sideways." But technically you're right up. Um so they all are visually the same. Like in the universe, yeah, but like when you're putting the materials on ships, yeah, they're all visually the same. But like if you get a cube of them, like say a cube of onium and or onium and a cube of like bastium, they're gonna be different. They're gonna be different colors and effects. So, all right. So this is gonna be the new floor, right? So we want to take out that piece and that piece, and then that piece and that piece. Okay, let's see if we can copy all of this. Do, do, do. I think that'll, yeah, we need that. Um, Copy it all the way. Yeah, yeah. I think that's everything. Nope, we missed some bits around. And then that. Alright. Right there. Alright, cool. So this will be our modification sheet. It's not really a sheet, but you kind of get my drift. So essentially what we do is we just delete all of the angles, or the triangle bits, copy this, just this, gamma. And then we'll rotate it around, because we want the floors and ceilings to be like the same. So then we'll just plop it in. There we go. Okay. So now that floor is identical to the floor in front. And we also want to change this floor with the torpedoes. How would I feel? I don't know. I might feel. Hmm.
I would feel very bad because I'm probably gonna be playing with Sim.
y- So in that case, hunt me down. I'm, I'm just playing. Um, but so Mo, we gave up on the torpedoes because we think they're bugged right now because we can't actually change like a lot of values on them. Now, whether, it's like a thing where we can't change it in flight, which feels wrong because you should be able to change a value in flight because like there's the detonation stuff. But so essentially we just put that off for now, submitted a bug report, and hopefully it'll get fixed. So we're just working on the floors and rooms. And so we've got a common like octagon floor now. And so I've just been copying that to each level. So, oh, thank you for the follow. Ah, that's a very generic name. And then I'm gonna leave the floor in the front just like it is right now, just because, we want to just leave that and mess around with it later. But so that's the thing. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do this. Don't worry, we're gonna do the disco room. Just wait, okay? Okay. We want it to be like that, okay? Ah, shoot. Actually, it should be fine now. Don't worry, we're doing it. We're doing it. Don't tell Crusader. He might. I'm not even sure if he's lurking. He might have gotten in trouble again. That would be funny, but not really.
Don't forget to apply all the materials, by the way.
This is just gonna be Bastion for now, because it's
The
interior.
interior is gonna be Bastion.
Well, I mean, I don't know what we want the interior to be, because we're gonna have an
I would,
interior and an exterior.
I would make the interior like a GCM at least. You
Hmm.
know, like, yeah, the outer hull is gonna get penetrated at some point. Oh.
Yeah. We may just, yeah, we may make this. Oh, I didn't tell Max how you lost your job to AI.
No? You
Yeah,
lost your job to AI?
Mo lost his job to AI.
Well, that's a shame, isn't it? Well, maybe we should, subtly destroy said AI.
Wait a second. All
Or just
right.
blame it on Sim if it goes wrong.
I would like to disagree. All right, so we're gonna bolt all that. Make it out of something that's resistant to lasers. Hmm. See,
The
because
exterior,
I feel like lasers would be the least of our problems. Like it would be more railgun.
yeah,
And so one thing I want to do is so you
yeah,
see,
I would honestly say make the exterior of Oninem and the interior of Aegisium.
yeah, because Elysium is lighter than Bastium.
Yes, and it is a fair bit stronger, so.
Yeah.
Like, the interior plating is gonna get pierced at some point, you know that.
Oh yeah,
Might as,
100%.
might as well have
But
it be
see,
slightly
I'm
strong.
thinking like at least certain levels like may not be necessarily
Well,
as
keep in mind that certain levels protect other levels from, piercing through.
that's true. I was gonna say like, losing the disco room would be a tragedy, but potentially an acceptable risk.
Uh, oh.
All right, and then so
Yeah, the entire ship out of Zelium.
that's how we
But
make the room. There we go. What's
you should
that?
make this into a module, I'm just saying.
What, one of the rooms? Or
No,
this?
the floor plates here, like stuff like that. You should
I
module that.
it's where is it?
Top
Like this?
plus. No, at the top bar there's like a plus, and then you can make it into a module that you can select using the green.
Ah, okay. Well,
Like
see,
you
here's
can.
the thing. I only am gonna be doing this for one floor, but fair, fair.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm just saying like
Yeah.
it'll make it easier for
Um,
future
hmm.
edits.
Generic name. I'm gonna press X to doubt, but I will say that would be an interesting ship. That would be an interesting ship tournament. Like, you can only pick your materials out of like a certain pool that's picked by like people who are going to be watching it. And obviously, like components can be made out of any material, but um, like your armor and stuff is dictated by like a pool of one or two different materials. And like, the materials could be like, yeah, Zalium or Kerasium. That would be rough. I think I selected everything. And I didn't select anything from back there. Cool. All right. So there are our two kind of bulkheads. Yeah, don't worry, I just bolted for you. We'll do it again just in case. I don't know if it missed anything, but all right, let's. All right, so we're doing great on voxel volume, so that's what we like to see. The entire ship out of it's just glass. Just you're good. All right, but so then this will probably be either torpedo storage or a meeting room, depending on what's happening. And then this will be our disco room. Uh, Obviously, it's gonna be lights all around. We could make a little mini bar right here or something, just for fun. And then down here is engineering. Cool. And we're gonna leave engineering more, like this, because, well, even if the ship was like outfitted for diplomatic purposes, like, having a meeting room in here, uh, we wouldn't want people going in the engineering room. So I don't think we're gonna add small windows because that just adds risk. Well, I mean, see, here's the thing, Mo. What we could do is we could add it so that a railgun, or like we could make an area and like a target on the ground and just say Crusaders stand here, and that's where you're supposed to stand, and then just have that be the weakest spot of the ship. Like that could be fun. We'll see, Cookie. I don't necessarily want to do it right now just because it could go wrong, but we'll consider it. Okay, so now we've got like the two compartments, and of course we're gonna have to. Let's actually just change their material right now. Do you guys think? Let's just make everything all plating right now because we have no exterior plating right now. Let's make it all just ageism. Yeah, so armor value, where's Bastium? Right here. So currently we're using Bastium, so 0.75 armor value. It's got a high structural durability of 80, which this does not, but it's slightly more dense than Aeism, so hopefully this isn't turning like the beams and things. Alright, but here, let's bop bop. Okay, so that should be, and we're gonna leave that. um, just ignore the onium plate down there, or onium. And I got you. We will save. Yeah, because that's a nice improvement there. And I like how it does kind of look modular. Like it is kind of quite separated. Now, of course, we're never going to see that ever again once we start covering up the ship. But for the time being, it looks kind of cool. Okay, so let's see. Let's go through our checklist of what we have to do for this ship. We have to wire up the missile launchers here and add in more frontal weapons. We have to flush out engineering and make it so that we can get to the sides easier. Um, we have to add in cargo crates for um, we have to add in cargo crates, and then yeah, and then plate, and then put the turrets on the outside. Generic, trust me, that learning to use the SSC has been a long time. I mean, because I was one of the first 100 people to play the game. Like,
Wow,
yeah, I
are
know,
you
casual
flexing like
flex,
that?
but no, like,
I was also one
I
of the
only know it's
100 people, and Sim was such a scrub back then, he couldn't do anything. Shaking my head.
it's a
Why did
lie
they even
because
let him in?
Max did less than I did. But
I did
anyways,
more. I made the first
so
mining ship, and Sim was like, oh, I
you
can't
also
build
ripped. You
ships,
know
I'll
what?
finance
Hold
you.
on. Uh, there we go. Okay, distraction has been gotten rid of. There we go. Um, but yeah, so like I only know how to use the editor
No, shut up.
because we've been here for so long. Like I've been playing this literally since CA started. It takes a while.
I mean, yeah, we've all been here for so long.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
also,
fine.
Sim is a real scrub.
Max likes to think, but he can't really argue because he can't even play the game. So,
I can play the game.
oh, sure you can.
Yeah, I can play it at like a very, very nice. You should hide the beams.
Yeah, I know. That's what I did earlier, but you weren't here.
Right, I was not paying attention because you're such a
Yeah,
scrub.
nah, it's okay. You're old. Your mind wanders.
Uh, but yeah, um,
And yeah, just keep trying. Honestly, like it'll grow on you. Okay, so that didn't change anything structurally, which is great. Well, that's part of learning. Like even
you gotta
so, we
fall.
have all these tools. Like we take this and I can press X, Y, Z, whatever to orient it. I never use it. I don't know how to use it. I'm kind of just like screw that. So. And that's a fair point.
I think Cookie should get access to the game instead of Sim.
I I beg to differ. I
Are you
think,
saying
you
Cookie
know,
shouldn't have access to
I'd
the
actually
game?
say Cookie should get your access because you haven't played at all.
But I'm running such a, successful corporation.
Ah, interesting.
Mm-hmm. Compared to some
Yeah,
people
but you
here.
don't even run it in game, so.
I do. I hop online quite often actually to like sort things
Mhm.
out.
Yeah, Cookie agrees with me,
Uh,
so you're getting
yeah,
the
but
axe.
Cookie,
Bye
come
bye.
home.
It was nice knowing you. Ah.
Shaking my head. Maybe I should tell like Joel that you've like committed a federal offense and you can't get access to the game anymore.
Jeez.
Not abuse.
Mod abuse.
No, I would never do that.
I mean, Max in chat has a fair point. Imagine being able to run the game in the first place. Hey, I mean, some people don't have graphics cards, so it's hard for them to run anything.
Ryzen 750.
Oh dear God. Why would you do that to me, Noodle? Bro. Uh, he runs this crappy business. You know, you don't even want to hear it.
Huh? Is someone asking about my
No.
corporation now? Can I actually say stuff about it, or is it like not on
Um.
stream?
Uh. No recruitment pitch, just what it is.
Yeah, just no. Okay, no. So Mo, I run a industrial corporation in Starbase called Dynastar, and we handle everything from shipbuilding to R&D, refining and manufacturing. So factories and all of that, and mining. And we are currently one of the well,
Eh,
top
eh, eh,
10-ish
eh, eh. Oh,
groups in
oh.
terms of size, Starbase wise. It's actually really cool. Like, I didn't think we were that big, but we're actually like pretty big.
Join SOS. Sorry, there's something in my throat.
Hey, Wake is actually pretty cool, I can confirm, but also keep the recruitment pitches to a minimum.
Yeah, yeah. If he can't recruit, then no one else can. So, but yeah,
You know Dinah? Wait, generic, what's your actually are you on the Starbase Discord?
yeah. Man, I can't wait until we
Generic
get in and SOS actually will start
name. Oh, your generic name.
as a functioning entity.
Huh. You've got two messages on the Discord. Can you make me a bit louder, please? Yes, Tim,
Uh,
can you make me louder? Thank you.
no, no. All right, here, there you go. He's a little bit louder now.
Okay.
Uh, all right. Here, start speaking.
Okay, speak. One,
Chat,
two,
is
three.
that any
Arc.
better?
Ah, yes, Arc. I know you guys. Don't know what you guys do, but I've seen like some of you guys around in chat. Is it not better? Should I be louder?
Like that? Is that better? No, I don't know.
Maybe Sim. Maybe we should just mute you and let me
You're
do the
literally
talking.
at 200%.
Well, maybe you should up my volume and stream labs.
Apparently it's good, so.
Okay, never mind then.
But yeah, guys, in the future, like literally just tell me about any audio troubles because I would rather get that fixed.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I would do it, but I don't want to hear my voice on stream, so.
Ouch.
Well, Mo, you are free to try and pirate us, but we have some strict policies regarding safe zone mining, and we have a security department that will, at least fend off smaller pirate groups.
Also, so there are no multiple regions slash servers. So yes, it is going to be crowded.
It's gonna be less crowded than you think because they are planning on having spawns on different stations.
Okay.
So people start like in a sort of
There,
distributed way, apparently.
um, yeah. So it'll be mixed up, and all the computing power is going to be shared and like ping, so it's going to be whack, but no, it'll work out.
We hope it'll work out.
Yeah.
Well, no, Mo, it's not a challenge. It's just saying like, I don't really mind you trying. Obviously, I would prefer you don't, you know. But hey, you do you. But yeah, Shokrin, it's a single like universe.
Yeah. Uh, what's it
It's
called?
honestly not that bad. It works pretty well.
Yeah, so far, like it's been actually really good. Like, of course there were issues at the beginning, but now there are like next to no issues.
Stuff's working.
Like,
as intended.
there have been major, ship battles and all this, and no lag or anything.
Also, yeah, Cookie, that is completely understandable. Like, not wanting to join a faction at this point of the game.
Yeah,
A lot of factions just need to prove themselves as well.
yeah, and once you get people into EA, then things start changing.
Yeah. Oh my god, I hate that. What did you mess up this time, Sim?
Nothing. It's just because everything's slightly off. The Pirate King. And yeah, so I've been like slightly working on the bot, so hopefully that'll be up. That's more of a weekends project with like my dad, because he also codes for a living. So once we get the bot up though, that'll make all this volunteer stuff a lot easier and manageable by you guys.
Hey Mo, what's your Discord username?
He's in the Simhaven.
Is he not in the official server?
I don't know. Is that the right?
Hmm.
Why isn't that? Oh, this one wants to snap to the lower bit.
Hmm.
Alright, so we're gonna do this. Deselect that. I need to do some spring cleaning here.
Oh god, yes you do.
Here, we're just gonna snap that back. We're actually gonna modify both sides. We're gonna stick it right there. Yeah. Because actually recessing it a little bit, I think works very well for what we're trying to do. Yeah, salvaging is top tier. Like, um, I tried it one time just, for the experience, and geez, like after a battle, you roll in money.
Ugh.
So is that just not well at all? Okay, so that's delightful. But if we do this, yeah, it's not fun, but you make a killing. We're gonna have to fix a lot of these. And we're gonna have to put in. Oh man, this is gonna make me sad, but it's whatever. And yeah, this is is it actually? It's nice to see all this stuff getting like the structural durability. It is really pretty. It does ruin the economy, but I guess the economy is there to be ruined. Mm. Okay. So, yeah, there's inflation. So the whole thing is that the entire economy is going to be stimulated and all that. So it's going to be a doozy.
Yeah, I still
And
don't see how that credits can actually be a, sustainable form of currency in this game. Because
yeah,
everything's just gonna depend on, the ore that we mine.
yeah.
Like credits are gonna be so volatile. They're just gonna be useless at one station and be ridiculous at another.
Mm.
God, I hate this. Wait, why is it offset on one side? Sim, what are you doing?
It's Max, you try building one of these ships.
Hey, I've built ships in the past.
Pretty crappy ones.
Oh, I've actually built like decent ones as well.
Mm. Okay,
Yeah,
I'll check out Panda's post.
Pandas post and suggestions. Was that on the
I don't know
official
which one.
server? Or
It is your job to search.
you don't pay me.
Well, and main server.
Wait, well, mate, where I don't see any suggestions from him, at least from today.
Not today.
Not today. Well, when? I actually am very active in Dynastar.
Nah, Mo, you're exactly. It's true.
It's not. It's really not true. Shit.
It really isn't, but I'm still on the side of lies.
Yeah, I really take offense to that.
Oh,
Fuck. The amount of time that I put into like Dynastar and Starbase.
a couple years of your life, it's fine.
That's fine. Sometimes this chat. Sometimes.
Hey, if you,
Maybe I should make a mod that just kills Mo and Crusade. Wait, who was and other Mac whenever they come online
you,
on the stream.
Max, like if you come here to be roasted. It's literally the Simhaven chat. It's
Eh,
not in the rules,
No,
but
I
it's
don't
in the
come here to be
rules.
roasted. I come here to roast you.
Interesting. All right, so things got bolted, stuff happened. Mm, We're still gonna need to. We're gonna have to do some fun stuff like this. Just the less you look at it, the better it gets, guys. Just
Hmm.
hmm. Bolt, yes. What's? I wish it would show us what it's connected to. Yeah, bolts for the bolt god. Oh dear God.
Also, Mo, no, I'm like the entire YOLO department of Dynastar in one person at this point. God, YOLO.
It won't let me. Oh no.
Hmm. What?
I don't know. Bolts for the bolt god.
Yeah, that's like a reference to
Yeah,
what is it?
Warhammer.
Warhammer? Yeah, that thing.
No, it's just getting wacky because how things are inherently bolted. Oof. Along for Sim's wild ride and the adventures of bolting this fucking ship. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ah. I've got to like barely tap the mouse to move forward or the W key. Wow, what heresy is that? Calling them screws? You know, I've never hit the bolt limit. I've come close several times, but not today. Could very well be today, but hopefully not today. Okay, so we gotta figure out how to reach those. Yeah, it's literally, it's not feasible. See, because we've got to bolt through, right? Actually, hey, how's it going? Just body. Boaty, I don't know. Oh, God. The more I click, the worse things get. Come on, just bolt. Just bolt, damn you. I'm doing pretty good today. Thanks. Oh, we got one. We got one of them.
Everyone always asks how is Sim doing, but no one ever asks how is Max doing.
Max, how are you doing today?
You know, a bit tired. Doing fine though.
That's good. Not too shabby. Well, I mean, they actually will support. And yeah, welcome back, Rise of Moon. See, you see, the thing is, we're just about to end the stream, sadly, because
Wow, Cookie, I really
yeah,
thought you were a cool person, and then you did this.
you guys know it's the 2 hour time limit that I like to have. And wow, Cookie, oof, that's not true. I care about him.
Aww, thank you, Sim.
You're welcome. All right, let's see what actually is connecting to this. No one has ever read the email. Like, we're asked time and time again, did anyone ever read the email? And the answer is the same as always, no. Yeah, that one. Okay, there we go. Okay. Now it's bolted one quarter of what I have to do. Okay, well, that's a good stopping point for today anyway. I can bolt the rest of that off camera because that's just going to be really tedious. And then we can get on to, what we actually need to be doing next time. No one asks how the original man. No one asks how anyone's doing. We need to change that. Here, we'll change that next time around on
Wow.
Saturday's stream. But yeah, so just a reminder, guys, I'm streaming Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Uh, just because I will not be able to stream Sunday or Tuesday, so that'll be essentially the makeup time. But yeah, so if you missed any part of this or want to go back and watch anything, this will be uploaded on YouTube in 2 days. So that is Saturday. So I would like to thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.
See you guys.